As this race winds down, Winters is rapidly losing his advantage over Dick McBaggerson. White flag, 1 to go here at Daytona.
Oh, that's not good.
Who do you think will find themselves drenched in champagne at the end of this one, Dick?
Oh, McBaggerson is all over him. If Winters doesn't do something drastic, my money is on McBaggerson here, Dick.
Oh man, what should I do? Unless... But I don't know if I should.
Oh, what the do you want? You need permission. You can't make your own decisions. Shit like this is why your wife left us. You punk you are a little you piece of you.
Okay, what if I just get a second opinion here?
Baby girl need a second opinion. Here, I'll pull your balls out of my purse and I'll give them back to you. Will that help? Hell, I'll even
Okay, you know what? Fine. I'll just get this is what makes me a man, Sylvia. I'll start flipping switches. Y'all want me to start flipping switches? That's
Trunk
what I'll
monkey
do.
activated.
Here, how about that one? Is that one enough? Is that one enough? Here,
Oil
there's 2
slick
switches. Is
activated.
that what makes me a man? Fine. I'll flip 2 switches. There you go. Is 2 enough? Oh, no. We gotta go the full way, don't we? We gotta go the full way, because that's what makes me a real man.
Oh my, it seems the Winters is up to something.
That's right, Dick. Looks like he's trying the old flaming monkey trick. We haven't seen that attempted since Dick Schuster back in '73, and that attempt ended badly.
Are you happy now? Are you happy?
Oh, McBaggerson eats shit. Winters wins. Winters wins.
Punctured bicycle on a hillside desolate. Will nature make a man of me?
Good morning and welcome to the Channel 7 News, where today is yesterday is tomorrow.
See when the leather runs smooth on the passenger seat. I would go out tonight, but I haven't got a stitch to it.
All right, Gary's back, and it's almost time to go racing. I've been pretty busy this off-season. I had to get in shape, design my car, and figure out how to finance this nightmare. I'm not going to go into the fitness part because I'm training around a lot of permanent injuries, and I don't want to put out suboptimal information. But I did put a lot of focus on grip strength and endurance because those were definitely weaknesses last season. The main focus this year is the Cookout Summer Shootout at Charlotte Motor Speedway. I don't expect to run at the front. Some of the best drivers on the continent are going to be there. I'm more or less viewing it as an opportunity to see how I stack up against the best. And it turns out my 2 favorite current NASCAR drivers are also going to be running it. So that'd be cool.
Oh boy, here we go. Shane Van Gisbergen and Kyle Busch, Rowdy Busch.
I guess it's time to address the mustache in the room. For the record, I despise mustaches, and I always have. So why the stash? Well, I had 2 idols as a child, and oddly enough, they both had mustaches. The first was
The Predator, Don Grimes. Oh, they're gonna go here.
the second, and more impactful of the 2 was Dale Earnhardt.
And you're watching Dale Earnhardt. From Dale Earnhardt, Dale Earnhardt. Dale Earnhardt
Goodwin Chevrolet. Dale Earnhardt. Dale Earnhardt. Dale Earnhardt climbs out.
Didn't mean to really turn around mid-ground. Let's gauge him. And Earnhardt loses it, goes on the grass, comes back.
Now, here's the thing. Almost everybody in racing takes it super serious. I do not. So I decided to troll this season by cosplaying as Dale Earnhardt. Grew this terrible mustache, same retro gargoyle sunglasses, and I bought this hat. I already wear a black race suit, so that's kind of handled. Yeah.
Dale Earnhardt will come to the caution flag to win the Daytona 500.
I did my best. And that brings us to designing the car. This car was bright-ass orange when I bought it last year, and we didn't have enough time before the season started to do anything custom with it. So we just threw car numbers on it, and away we go. This year I want to do something special with the livery. Now, stay with me here. The car's already orange, so I've got an idea. This is Dickie. Dickie likes to scream. Given his paint scheme, orange and white, and his vocal nature, he sometimes answers to the name Orange Screamsicle. So, I decided to theme my car after Dickie. Luckily, you can use iRacing and Photoshop to play around and preview car liveries, so after some trial and error and going back and forth with our graphics guy, we were able to make it work. So, ladies and gentlemen, introducing Screamsicle. So one last thing on the car itself. Sometimes people ask me what my car number is and why. And, well, my car number is 66, and if you really want to know, it's because I've always had a lot of Star Wars homies, but I'm a Trekkie. So we made this skit that probably explains it a lot better.
Man, I didn't sign up for this horse crap.
Yeah, man. The Galactic PMC sounded a lot more romantic from a distance.
Irish exit?
Actually, that's an excellent idea. We should Oh, here comes that fucking dude again.
Hey, you've got a pretty face. If you survive this mess, hit me up on Snap. I'll show you how a Jedi claps cheeks. Toodles!
Execute Order 66.
Yes, my lord.
YOLO.
Alright, dude, but I'm not fighting that wizard guy.
Yeah.
The last thing to cover before we get to the race season is finances. Now, iRace in the iNext Legends division, you can buy a car used for $20,000 to $25,000, I believe. The races themselves, I usually budget $1,500 to $2,000 per race for maintenance fees, lodging, travel expenses, tires, entry fees, a few $100s in licenses. Needless to say, racing is extremely expensive, but I do my best to manage. Other than the occasional late-night anxiety attack, it's not too bad. To pay for racing, I work a full-time salary job as an accountant. I also pick up side jobs when I can to make ends meet. But even then, finances are pretty tight.
Sometimes a full-time salary position and the occasional odd job are not enough to make ends meet when it comes to racing.
Coming in hot.
That's when we have to venture out into the community and source charitable contributions.
All right, 90 seconds in and out. Go. Please come.
We just wrapped up qualifying for round one, and I do not have pace. So I get to start at the back of the B main, and with any luck, I'll be able to race my way into the feature later tonight. So, yeah. I don't know.
Look at this, the B main is almost a feature-size field. This is going to be good as we try to get the final 4 cars into the VP Racing Fuel Semi-Pro feature go.
As Tony referenced, this is the VP Racing Fuel Legends Car Semi-Pro B-Main. Top 4 to transfer 15 laps the distance. Jacob Reynolds in the 9R from Marietta, Georgia. On the pole, Zach Honaker from Spring Hill, Tennessee starts second. Mitch Wright from Ontario starts third in the 21. AJ Nichols in the number 33 from Harlem, Georgia. Jacob Weidman from Mount Pleasant, North Carolina in the 77.
Okay, Gary, you've got this. You've prepared, and now it's go time. Just make it through turn 1 and then turn on the juice. So all you gotta do is make it through turn 1.
Track caution lights have been extinguished. It is the 32nd running of the Cookout Summer Shootout at America's Home for Racing, and the green lights are on.
They are going a lot slower into 1 than I thought they were going to. This is not good.
Lap 1, turn 1, first car in the barrels, and week number 1, and we won. Oh, we left 2. Almost pulled the little spare out down to 290.
What if I talk a bunch of shit and then wreck out in the first race and finish last in points?
And here's the part where I think that maybe there was so much chaos in turn 3 that nobody even noticed what I did.
Here is the barrel run down through turns 1 and 2. Gary Winters, watch him in that orange car. He missed the first one there. He took a little. There we go. Got all but the first and the last one. And then what he did, I love what he did. I don't know if we see it because they piled up down in 3. He just drove to the garage. It was like, my season is over. I've already accomplished more than I will ever accomplish all year long. I'm just going to park it and save some fuel and save some tires.
Hey, you know what they say? If you can't be good, be spectacular.
Absolutely.
He was spectacular.
He was spectacular, that is for sure. Benjamin Rogers, the racer out of Salisbury, North Carolina, getting the business end of the hook, the Tommy hook there, if you will, as they carry that car.
These glasses were $300. I grew this horrible mustache. And it doesn't even matter, because now everybody's calling me Barrels. Yeah.
Time to go racing, and all of that waiting paying off. Lightning moving away in the far, far distance. We get a little bit of a light show today along with the Legends cars.
But here we go. The pace car is off. Field leads their or runs their way off of turn number 4. Cameron White and Sterling Risley. Green flag.
I don't believe a lot of tense drivers in these cars. A little bit of wheel spin. They make it out of 2. That puddle's not too bad over there in 2. That should be away. Here's the real test. Into 3. Oh, and we got them slip sliding and barrels taking the brunt. Johnson on the throttle, can't get around the Florida driver as they chase the driver from Alaska, who chases yet another flying Floridian up front. They're from everywhere here at America's Home for Racing.
Got one car in the grass. He is out of harm's way. We will continue on.
Everybody really being cautious now in 3. And oh, we got the 94 off onto an excursion. What happened there? They are hot and heavy out there as laps winding down.
And Trent Dillard has nearly a third of a lap advantage over Sterling Risley as he buries it off to turn 3 for the final time.
Came all the way from Alaska and now will punch his ticket into the feature tonight.
This race, 15 laps the distance, top 4 transfer to tonight's A-Main.
I'm not in last for one.
I'm gonna pray with you, okay?
And the green lights are on, and we're racing down into turns 1 and 2.
Whoa, watch out, turn 2. I believe that is the 42 of Rogers in the outside wall. Had a little contact. And the first Pro Fabrication caution flag around number 3
is 73, the wrong way around down here in turn number 4. Zachary Honecker is the wrong way around in that number 73 car, the racer out of Spring Hill, Tennessee.
This is just chaos back here. You have about second and third on back. You've got a number of capable cars and drivers, and they all are trying to get in the top 4 of this one because that's all that matters. If you're not 4th or better, your night does not continue in the VP Racing Semi-Pros, and you have...
we're back to green flag racing action. Dillard, Brickley, down on the low side, Neil Doolin, and Nate Morris might make this work. Nate Morris makes it work. And now Doolin's got to fight for scrapping for claws for that final spot as they make their way off turn number 4. Doolin up to the 4 spot. We got one the wrong way around in turn number 3. And that car is rolling, and we stay green.
That was Gary Winters that went around. He got the car fired, and he continues on. Oh, watch out, turn 3. Benjamin Rogers, Neil Doolin. White flag is in the air.
All right, we are back at Charlotte Motor Speedway for round 4. Gary should stop telling people he's a race car driver. Looks like I qualified second to last, so at least I beat somebody this week. I'm gonna go in the B-Main, let's see what happens.
Well, good afternoon. We welcome you to America's Home for Racing, Charlotte Motor Speedway, as we get set for round number 4 of the Cookout Summer Shootout.
But man, they are all over each other, Steve. 3 wide for 3rd, 4th, 5th spot. They are getting after it again. Top 4, make it into the main, and the easiest time to pass somebody is when you're all in this gaggle of cars. You can get 1 or 2 or 3 of them at a time.
But yellow flag is out. We've got one the wrong way around here in turn number 4. Gary Winters from Raleigh, North Carolina in the number 66. So just past the halfway mark, Gary Winters goes the wrong way around. This is going to be interesting as we see how we go here into the restart zone. Really slow pace by Walker Scott. Green lights are on, gases it up. 4 cars to transfer. Here they go down into turns 1 and 2.
Oh, Bulkley sideways, Fickinger in the turn. That's not going to end well. Big hit for the 02 of Murtis, the 33 of Nichols, and the 22 of Phillips. All caught up in that one.
That was a hard hit. It was 4 wide over there. And unfortunately, all 3 of those cars on the outside got into the wall. They've chosen their line. We've got 6 laps to go. Walker Scott, Trace Walker Scott is the race leader. Jet Johnson chooses the high side. Hollywood Garrettson and Gary Winters chooses the 4th spot. And we are green. Let's see who the 4 transfer drivers there are into tonight's VP Racing Fuels Legends Car Semi-Pro A main event.
Whoa, watch out. Bradley Swift darts to the inside into the turf. He gains a couple of spots in the process, but we'll likely see another Pro Fabrication caution flag. And there it is. Problems for Gary Winters as he goes around for the 2nd time in this one, bringing out that yellow flag.
All right, that's the end of round 4. Finished 7th in the B main, so could have been worse. I got a piece of my car to take home with me, some whatever that is. Wall art.
This is a 15-lap race. Top 4 transferred to tonight's A main event. Here they come into the restart zone. Nick Bubbles Bronson, the legendary flagger, puts the green flag in the air. And the number 5 spot as well. Oh, we got them all over the front stretch, and only one car ends up the wrong way around. That is the 2B of Aaron Linsky, but there was a whole lot more involved than Linsky down here as he gets that car pointed in the wrong direction. Pro Fabric. This song. One of those nights here at the Speedway, a little lightning delay, some mist in the air, some rain in the air. As off turn number 4, JC Fickinger, Maddox Hooper on the front row. As the green lights are on, they're making their way down into turns 1 and 2. Oh, Hooper got the heave-ho. He's way up the racetrack. Cash LaCroix gonna try to slide down into that 4th and final transfer spot. Aiden Potter tucks in behind him, so good recovery for LaCroix. And, well, Brickley might have been the one that moved him out of the way the last time. He's on that back bumper of Brickley, trying to slide him up the racetrack for some insurance.
Oh, Brickley slid up on his own accord, and LaCroix missed the corner and slid up into it.
If I had to guess, I would say track officials probably going to take a little bit of a look at that. On the front row, 4 cars to qualify. 4 cars to qualify. Green lights are on. That was interesting.
Well, that's not going to end well, folks.
That was a big old hairy mess. Off turn number 4 into the restart zone. The control car is Fickinger. He gasses it up. Boy, what a break for Bulkley. He gassed it up. And Bulkley just hangs a left right down into the 2nd spot. Oh, and we got them all mixed up in turn number 2.
Likely not seeing eye to eye.
Into the restart zone, single file flying restart, green lights are on. As we're racing down into turns 1 and 2. The VP Racing Fuels Legends Car Semi-Pro drivers make their way up onto the back straight away. This time a little bit tamer as they work their way to turn number 3. We'll see how they fare off turn number 4 as it continues to be Fickinger at the top of the speed charts or leaderboard here with 5 laps to go.
Fickinger's made a really good summer of it. Started out the summer exceptionally strong. Had some bad luck a round or 2 ago, Steve, and it seems like it's just taken him a round or 2 to shake that. This might be all the confidence he needs as he continues to lead the way. Problems, though, for the number 2 of Linsky. He was way up the racetrack there in turns 3 and 4, and all that slip is going to get him is back to 6, and that's out of the A main, Steve. Position number 6, but this may be his saving grace over in turn 2.
Got the 66 machine the wrong way around. That's Gary Winters, and that is the 22 of down there the wrong way around, and now debris on the racetrack. So tough break for Alfred Alvarez del Castillo in the 22.
And there it is. The Pro Fabrication yellow is out for an incident in turn number 4 with Cash LaCroix and Allison Johnson. So unofficially, Fickinger, Hooper, Potter, and Bulkley will transfer to tonight's VP Racing Fuels Semi-Pro feature event.
All right, we're back for round 7. My eye's doing something. I don't really give a shit.
4 cars to qualify, 15 laps the distance. We got 11 drivers going for 4 spots. Green lights are on. Round number 7 of the Cookout Summer Shootout. We're racing up off from turn number 2.
Now he's got to race his way in through the B main. It tells you how tight the semi-pro field really is, but here we are, top 6 cars, single file, trying to race their way in. Quickly looking from the outside, because of just how tight this field is, they continue to circulate behind Bradley Swift, but everybody's still minding their P's and Q's, single file in the top 7. He'll make his way off turn number 4, and Nate Morris will be the final transferee into tonight's VP Racing Fuels semi-pro feature, along with Bradley Swift, Dominic Chisholm, and Sterling Risley.
And we thank you, ladies and gentlemen. What a night we're going to have here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Now, I'm going to share a little secret with you all. We do race the Legends cars in the ring. We're getting things lined up in the pit area. The VP Racing Fuel Legends cheese curds as a side. Oh, my gosh. Nothing wrong with cheese curds as a side.
I'll take the Hush Puppies. That's
the
just
Hush Puppies are pretty good, too. Yes, indeed. Into the restart box, off from turn number 4, 15 laps the distance, top 4 transfer, and the green lights are on.
If you're new to this whole rain racing thing here at Charlotte, you are about to be entertained. As you can tell, this is vastly different from what you might be used to on a typical flat quarter mile. Everybody tiptoes, they run the top, they run the middle, they run anywhere except the bottom. At least if they're going to be fast, that is. And throttle control, car control at a premium. It is something to watch, team, as these guys finally complete lap number 1. These teams have the option whenever they are presented with a wet racetrack. They come out on the standard tire, or they can put on rain tires. And I'm wondering how many put on the standard tire.
What's going on? A great battle for the second spot. Great battle deep in the field here now. Whoop, around goes the 73 of Zachary Honecker.
Sterling Risley going to win the VP Racing B main for the semi-pros. Kitzmiller's second. Cash LaCroix making his way off turn number 4. Looks like he and Tyler Gerritsen both will transfer into tonight's A main.
For years and years and years, you have brought shame to this speedway. Shame to this speedway. I think about the time you took Greg Walters' parking spot. B-main event for the VP Racing Fuel semi-pro drivers. 15 laps the distance, top 4 transfer to tonight's A-main event.
Oh, and as usual, the transfer spot's where the action is. That is Bradley Swift going around, bringing out the first Pro Fabrication caution of round number 9.
We got Justin Thomas, Rocket Rogers in that second spot. Cameron White is 3rd, and the 66 of Gary Winters is 4th. Here they go, green lights are back on, racing off from turn number 2. Up the back straightaway they go.
Just like that, top 5 now, single file. It is Gary Winters trying to make the high side work, Steve. He has had a rough and tumble summer in that orange car, the 66. Going backwards, the wrong direction. He's up front with the race lead. Things may begin heating up.
Gary is getting railroaded. Choo-choo, choo-choo. Here we go. Gary is getting railroaded.
No trouble up from turn number 2. Oh, we're under caution as Randy Phillips got crossed up in that number 22 car, and yellow flag is out. Honecker's decided to choose the outside. Now they bounce off each other. Honecker and McCoy go skittering off the racetrack. Oh, what a turn of events here. Plummer goes around, or the 22 of Randy Phillips goes around. Well, that didn't work out. Justin Thomas going to lead us back to green. Hoenicker going to try it again on the high side. Here they come. Off turn number 4. A little bit smoother this time again. 4 cars. Cash LaCroix goes 3 wide around the outside.
How did he make that stick? LaCroix made it stick on a bonsai, at least for now, and here we go for the race lead.
Cameron White down on the low side wants away from all of the mess and the shenanigans and the tomfoolery that's happening behind him. Cameron White sets the pace. Benjamin Rogers in the second spot. Your 4 cars have broken away at the front of the field. Cameron White into turn number 3. They're wailing on each other for third. Not sure what that's about. Going to get the win, Cameron White, Benjamin Rogers, Justin Thomas, and Cash LaCroix, your front 4. What a thriller that turned out to be.
Enjoy the race. Back up to you, Postman.
Thank you, Claire. How about a one more time for Noah Gragson? How about a one more time for Todd Gilliland, joining us here from Front Row Motorsports. It is time for the B feature for the VP Racing Legends Car Semi-Pros. Caden Bradshaw, Neil Doolin, Trace Scott, Walker Scott, Isaac Kitzmiller, front 4 to transfer. Man, look at this. Aiden McConaughey, Dylan Thomas, Trent Dillard, Cameron White, Zachary Hoenicker, Gary Winters out on the racetrack, Bradley Swift, Jordan Plummer, and Benjamin Rogers. Again, 15 laps the distance. Top 4 going to the A main.
Yeah, Steve, you look at some of the drivers there. Whoa, watch out front stretch. Aiden McConaughey sideways. May have had a little bit of help. He's one of them. Hasn't won a race yet, but he's been in the thick of it every single week.
Any chances? Kitzmiller, Walker Scott, Doolin, and Bradshaw. While they are minding their P's and Q's, this thing is hot and heavy for position number 7.
It is hot and heavy, but they will get a reprieve with a Pro Fabrication caution flag. Problems for Gary Winters. Looked up, saw him broadside to traffic. He may have had a little bit of help, but either way, that means we are going to re-rack him with 3 laps to go.
Right now, Trace Walker Scott in the 5th spot, but down on the low side. Good break for McConaughey if he can make something happen. Kitzmiller right in on the back bumper. Trace Walker Scott. Scott slides up the racetrack. Kitzmiller, they get together. Kitzmiller gets spun around. Trent Dillard gets the final spot. Oh, you get beaten and banging on bumpers, and the worst can happen. And Isaac Kitzmiller the wrong way around off turn number 4. And this one is under review. The black and checker together. This one is under review. We'll see who gets the qualifying spot.
All right, so after an abysmal shootout, we ran a few races at Southern National, attended a bloodbath at Wake County Speedway, and then wrapped up here at Dominion in Virginia, where I have had 2 catastrophic brake failures and caught on fire in the same day. My budget is now exhausted. My season is over. It's been pretty depressing, but I was thinking on it, and I realized that when I was a little kid, there were 2 things I wanted to be more than anything in the world. I wanted to be a paratrooper and a race car driver, and I've been fortunate in this life to be both for far longer than I deserve. So, it is what it is. Besides, there's always next year.
However, do I explain to her that I don't want to tie the knot without making her cry and throw things at me?
Who cares if she cries and throws things at you? Look, you got the milk, why buy the cow? I'm with you. Don't marry her. Shit, you got a good deal going. Don't mess it up.